So Biro and the gang are stuck in the shadow dungeon while Suho is on his quest, and Mutt's just trying to get him to calm down because bro's having an anxiety attack flying in circles. But he's like, come on, doing that's not gonna help Suho come back any faster. But he says, you cold-blooded reptile, we don't even know where he is right now. How am I supposed to calm down? Young Monarch, I'm so worried that I can't even sleep. And Isol gets why he's worried because Suho's been in that gate for 2 weeks. So don't you think you're being a bit too cold? We're all on the same side. He says, are you sure y'all know the young monarch? I get why y'all treat him like a kid if you're comparing him to the great shadow monarch. He's a kid compared to Jinwoo, but I've never met him before. All I know is that even if Suho bleeds and his bones are broken, even when he's pushed to the limits of his mental strength, he won't give up. So no matter what trials he might face, I'm certain that he'll make it back alive. And they're both like, you know what? You're right. We just have to trust him and have faith in our young monarch. And then it cuts back to him in the dungeon, trying to throw hands with the other version of himself. And again, it's just crazy how he's just punching him to pieces over and over and over again. And he respawns and tries to attack the kid version of himself. He just stops him in midair with the ruler's authority and crushes him like a sand coffin. My goodness. He's given up on counting how many times he's died, but he's learning from the status windows of his different selves. Child version doesn't have any player levels or strength. His ability to use ruler's authority is maxed out, while the other version of himself, the Soul Striker, is a level 99 demon, like maxed out strength and speed, everything. He's just laying on the ground and gathering his thoughts before hopping back up and getting right back to the action. Now remember, he's trying to find new passageways to map out the labyrinth, and they're just killing him over and over again trying to stop him. Now he says he's getting accustomed to the sensation of fear. Again, he's just dying repeatedly. He remembers that this place is a special circumstance, so he can't take death too lightly. And to maintain a sense of reality, he makes sure he tries his hardest to stay alive. And throughout this whole process of dying and challenging himself, he can feel himself getting tougher. And he's nearly completed the map, seeing that there's only one place he hasn't been to. And if there isn't a door there, then there's no way to complete this quest, as he has no chance of defeating those versions of himself. Then he starts to realize he's running into them faster and faster each time, and as he's thinking that, the baby version appears right in front of him. It's like he's trying to prevent him from going in that direction, but the only play is to get past him, so he takes off. Now ruler's authority uses an invisible hand, so he envelops himself in his own as a way to immediately sense where the baby's is coming from. The second he feels it, he flips up into the air to get past him, and then throws down his cloak to block his vision. So he got past him smooth, and as he lands and looks forward, he sees there is a new passageway, the only place he hasn't been. So he runs to check what's down the hall, and sees that yes, it is a new doorway. And as he starts to run towards it, he can hear the other version of himself coming, blitzing like crazy down the hallway after him. He's just banging on it, trying to get it to open up quickly, knowing that it's all over if the Soul Striker gets him. And that's just when he arrives. So Suho says shit, and he menacingly starts walking him down. Scratch that, blitzing him down, but Suho is able to get the door open and slam it closed before he can reach it. So he's finally taking a sigh of relief, like whoo. And after realizing he can't come inside, he finally chills out for a second. But remembers there's still one person he has to fight before he can leave. He's assuming it's another version of himself, probably from one part of the tutorial or another version from some point. But if it's not either of them, then who could it be? Then we see somebody walking up with 2 daggers. Oh yeah, bro, just hang it up. You might as well just go back to the start right now, bro, because they got the young Drip Woo ready to whoop his ass. And seriously, like, how is he even supposed to stand a chance here? Like, he couldn't even fuck with the baby. He couldn't even fuck with the other version. So what's he gonna do against my glorious young Jin Woo? Like, oh, buddy is so cooked.